Hi, everyone. My name is Maria Duran, owner of Duran Concepts and the host of the Football Takeover, a show where we focus on the intersection of business, culture, community, and football. So remember, this is live, so you can leave your comments, your questions, and chat with us. So you know what I'm gonna do? I am actually gonna get on Facebook right now because I know we have a lot of people that have been tuning in. So first of all, thank you very much for doing that. And yeah, I'm excited because today I get to talk about two of my favorite things, football and art. And I have really, really special guests that I'm just excited. I'm excited to have this conversation with them and to also explore some of the things that they've been up to, how they got into the space, but then also what has been going on, especially these past 3 weeks that have been very exciting, I think, for all of us. So yeah, let's get to it. Before we go into our guests, we are launching a new segment called The Pulse because we want to know what's happening around town. And so our field correspondent, Valentina Reina, is launching that with a quick video of her adventure this past weekend. So yeah, let's roll the video.
We're here at Katy Beer Garden at the watch party for Colombia and Ghana. Let's see what people think.
Juego está buenísimo, mucha emoción. La verdad yo creo que Colombia va a meter por lo menos dos más, uno definitivamente, pero no se van a dejar, eso va a quedar 2-0, 3-0.
Para usted, Colombia gana este partido sí o sí.
Colombia va hasta la final. Colombia puede con Argentina, Colombia va a acabar con todos. Vamos para la final.
Solo quería dar las vibras como colombianas, eso lo saqué de Colombia y me gusta tener siempre como la sombra de la bandera de mi selección.
No, muy chévere, vamos a ganar 3-0. La gorra es de Colombia, esta camisa, una marca de Instagram y la bandera para representar la selección. Esto vamos a ganar.
Hey, how are you? Vamos por Colombia, carajo.
¿Cuánto ganamos?
Vamos a ganar 3-1. 3-1, 3-1, 3-1.
3-0, 3-0.
Yo creería que al final del partido vamos a terminar 2-0. 2-0 ganando Colombia.
I got 3-0 Colombia.
Oh, a lot of 3-0 people.
Yeah, 3-0 Colombia. It's amazing. I love it. I love the horns and the people is yelling, screaming. Everybody got their faces painted. It's fire.
Todo muy bueno, Colombia como siempre la guerrió, toda, y vamos con toda.
Colombia, Colombia. Yo soy venezolano, pero Colombia. Vamos arriba, Colombia.
Colombia, Colombia.
Gran ambiente aquí en el Katy Beer Garden luego de que Colombia le haya ganado 1-0 a la selección de Ghana, así clasificándose a los octavos de final.
So I know Valentina had lots of fun out in Katy for that watch party, and this was Friday. It was a great game, but unfortunately, I mean, we all witnessed it, with yesterday's game. Colombia is now out of the race, and yeah, but you know what? Memories were had, experiences were had, and I think that at the end of the day, Colombia did such a great job, and we will remember this run. So now we just need to prepare for the next 4 years. And I just want to say really quickly, this weekend was actually very, very sad for me because Brazil, Mexico, and Colombia, my top three, all went home. So I'm wearing the Brazil t-shirt today because I still want to honor the fact that they were part of my top three, and that's the way the game goes. So, well, let's get right into our guests. So I've had the honor and pleasure of knowing our guests for many years, and have been, at the front row witnessing just the evolution and just so much growth and amazing accomplishments over the years, and this is very exciting. So I wanted to make sure that we read the full bio because there are a lot of accomplishments, and I think that it's important that we mention that. So Betirri is a Houston-based visual artist known for merging the worlds of art and football into a unique visual language that celebrates movement, identity, and community. He was born in Mexico, trained in architecture and painting at the University of Houston. Go Cougs. And his work captures the essence of the beautiful game through his signature bodiless figures in motion. He has collaborated with organizations such as Major League Soccer, the Museum of Fine Arts Houston, and the City of Houston, using his practice to bring cultural awareness and community engagement through football. His initiative, The Ball Rising Through Culture, and programs like Monday Night Football have created spaces where sport, art, and storytelling intersects. So, well, we're going to find out about all of the great things that have happened as we have hosted the 2026 FIFA World Cup, because Betirri has played a key role in shaping the city's cultural narrative using art to unite communities and honor the global impact of the game. And he has had a very special and big role in how the city has welcomed everybody through football and art. So, Betirri, thank you for being here today.
Hi, Maria. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here. Thank you.
Well, I'm very excited because, like I said, it's been many years, and it has been so many accomplishments. You've done so many things. You have been to so many World Cups as well. But, the thing is that your name has always been directly associated with soccer, with football. And so how did you merge those two worlds, and why?
I think it goes back to my childhood, where both were my passions or are my passions, and I either was playing football or I was drawing or painting. When I was 10 years old, I developed asthma, so I couldn't keep training and playing football. So I went to my room and kept drawing and painting. So after that, when it was time to decide what to do as a professional, I didn't know that art was possible. I didn't know that it was a career or profession that I could pursue. So I did architecture, and architecture was really what helped me a lot to bring vision to what I'm doing right now. So I applied my architecture skills into now my art, where I decided to use football as my main source of inspiration.
No, and I mean, that first collection, the Bodiless football series, I mean, that was what was the genesis, and how did that evolve? Because we've seen a major evolution in your art.
Yes. So, like I said, I think from my childhood, when I look back at my drawings, and I was just drawing the brands, the players, the emblems, without really not having I think a concept, and that's what I learned in architecture school. That whenever you create something, in either way or branch of the creative field, you have to have a concept in order to make it strong. So what I did was I applied this surrealism into sports, which was taking out the bodies and the flesh of the figures of the players, and that switched the focus on the paintings to more towards the essence, the colors, the jerseys of the uniforms. It started to transcend over time because people seeing these paintings were not really focusing on the players anymore. They were looking at the teams, which was my main concept. That's really what I want to do. I know that football is a commercial subject, so I wanted to make it more cultural, bring more towards the art field. So I think that helped a lot. I started selling my paintings, started to get commissions for murals, and just by also learning about other artists, what they were doing, like maybe the Renaissance artists doing the frescoes in Italy, I was doing pretty much something similar with my murals in football. So yeah, it goes back to my childhood and then how I kept just evolving as an artist, as a human.
Yeah. Now I remember like being at some of your exhibits, and it was really interesting to see people like go up to some of the paintings. They're like, "Oh, I remember that. That is
Yeah.
so and so and this and like." So even though you do capture that, there's especially the soccer fans, the football fans. I mean, they know exactly which moment you're capturing. So it's really cool to see that.
Thank you. Yeah, no, and some of my first paintings, because I actually just, what I did is I saw some plays of the 2008 Euro Cup or from 2010 Copa America and 2009, I'm sorry, and I was just taking out bodies and faces, and people would still recognize that play. But I was thinking, I think I need to make it more generic and do the reverse. So really focus on the teams, on the rivals. Why Argentina, Brazil, it's a big rival in football. Why France and England is another one. So I started kind of a more studying about the history of the teams, the rivals, and just the culture in general. So that's my purpose with painting, creating art around football.
Oh, that's so cool. And so let's get right into World Cup, because I think that has definitely been a big part of you and your again, your evolution. So your World Cup journey started a long time ago, but what led to that first World Cup opportunity?
So now that I can look back and see how everything happened, it's really when I decided to pursue art professionally, I didn't know what was the path. It's very common for artists, like you don't know what's next. So when I started seeing that my paintings were taking off, I was selling my paintings, but it took a lot of effort and it wasn't easy to just sell my paintings. So I was thinking that was 2012, 2013, and 2014 was coming for the World Cup in Brazil. So I thought, what if I bring my paintings to all these football fans? That would be like the epicenter for a space for football fans and have them just see the paintings. So I did everything to make that happen. I sold my painting back then, El Clásico, it was the most expensive painting that I sold, but that way I was able to cover my expenses, my travel expenses, everything, and I was able to make that happen in Brazil. So I was in Rio de Janeiro in this kind of a fan fest area, but for locals. And they gave me the VIP area to have my paintings, and that was the best experience that I've had. And yeah, so I think this is. I sold some of my paintings, some prints, and I saw the energy, the excitement. So I was thinking, I think I need to do this every World Cup.
Yeah, and we're seeing it on screen that that you were there for Brazil, you were there for Russia, for Qatar, and so what impact have those World Cups had like on your vision and your goals for 2026?
Wow, yeah, that's not an easy question to answer, but I think in general, every World Cup experience has been very, very different. Just the challenging of bringing artwork to a specific country, it's different also. So I needed to get ready 1 year ahead of every World Cup, just to see where I was going to display the paintings, what were the logistics on bringing the paintings to each country. For example, in 2018 for Russia, you couldn't ship the paintings just straight to Russia because they have this rule that they cannot accept art if you just ship it. So I had to bring it with me. Qatar was different as well. So every World Cup has been very different. But when we found out in 2022 that the World Cup was coming to Houston, I decided, I thought, I think I need to get ready 2 years ahead because it's coming home. I need to be a good host and be ready and bring this to the next level with my art. So I kind of also switched my mindset on just being the artist of displaying my artwork, and it was more of the host and leader of, okay, what can we do to prepare the city.
Yeah. No, and I think you definitely embraced that role. And I think it was very important because, um, every city is very different. And so being able to have like those champions within each city that can really like uplift what's happening in different sectors of it just makes such a big difference. Because I know that, this year you definitely had a couple of big projects that became part of I guess, the portfolio, right, for this World Cup. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yes. So it started with this Monday Night Football initiative where we relived past World Cup games through films. And that was going to be for 1 year. We extended it for 2 years to cover all the World Cups from 1950 all the way to 2022. And then between that time, I was going to these East End creative meetups. And I offered my studio to have one of these meetups. And the people from the East End, they said in 2025, we're gonna be looking for an artist to do a World Cup mural in the East End. Are you interested? And I said that would be my dream to do. So yes, once they saw my work in my studio, and I didn't know that it was going to be such a big wall, and that was the first challenge. But that project, which is the East End Gateway mural, that I had the opportunity to create along with 6 other great artists. I was doing this kind of a apprenticeship program with them. They helped me paint the entire mural, and the process was different. We used polytab cloth, which is parachute cloth, and the reason was because the location of the wall is very close to the rail, the metro rail, so it was dangerous to paint directly into the wall. We had to use an indoor space, magpies and peacocks, here in the East End, to work on all these panels. Do this entire project in about 2 months, and it was a challenge, but that has been the culmination of my career, because it really included everything that I've been working on. So the art, the football community, now mentorship. So a lot of these different things that I'm very proud of, and just happy that it happened. It happened at the right time, and now also the post Houston, I had the opportunity to activate X Atrium with huge banners of my work as well, 17 banners in there, and now they're still in there. We're gonna have actually an event next week with another presentation that I will be releasing, which are these football figures. So I brought them here. These are the.
I
So
love
I'm including
those.
the. So what I'm doing also with this is merging the Houston culture. So because in the U.S. we have all other major sports. So we have baseball, we have American football. Put them into football, and then I have the oil worker, the construction worker, the attorney. Just different icons of Houston, the chef, the barista. So all these icons that represent Houston into the football table. So we're gonna have those next week at the post. We're gonna present those. So yeah, those are some of the activations that I had the opportunity to work on this summer.
Oh my goodness. No, well, I mean, I know you were very busy.
Yes.
You were very, very busy. So, what would you say has been the most memorable moment thus far?
I wow, many moments. I think just the mural, the East End Gateway mural, because what it really brought on in terms of scale, community, getting to meet these 6 artists who helped me with this project was amazing. We developed this routine of just coming every week to paint on this project. It was surreal. So I just when I was actually working on it, I couldn't believe it, the whole process that I was working on that. And now looking at the wall, the metro rail, and have the mural installed, it's also surreal, because I think it's becoming this destination where if you can take the metro rail, you can see it in motion, that project. So that I think all these different elements that form this project, I think that made it very, very cool.
No, that's really cool. And that East End mural is actually the largest one for World Cup, right?
Yes, it is the widest. It's 230 feet long by 20 feet. Yeah, and
I still don't know how you did it.
yeah,
I like
well,
how you and the team did it
yeah,
because
it
I
was
mean,
yeah, it was a lot of work, but yeah, these 6 other artists, Ernesto, Mariela, Justino, Mike, Sonia, and Brian, yeah, they helped me a lot. And then at the end of the last week, we had other volunteers also helping other artists. So yeah, it was a lot of work, but that was the what I want to do. This, I mean, I kind of now like these challenges of just having results for good things
Yeah.
and beautifying the city. So at the end, also, it's gonna what I'm looking is to create this impact to grow the culture of soccer here in Houston. Because now, I mean, we just witnessed what happened the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's huge, and the idea is to keep it growing here
Yeah.
in the United States.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Well, I hope that everybody has learned a little bit about Betiri and his work and all of that. And so, what we're going to do, because there's still more conversation left, but first, we're going to take a really quick break before we bring on our next guest. Because there's also a project that kind of has brought everybody together. So, yeah, let's just watch this. East Aldine, are you ready to play? Registrations are open for East Aldine District's Futbol para Todos program. We're hosting free soccer camps this summer for kids 6 to 15 years old. For more information, visit eastaldine.futbol. So now there's 3 of us. All right. So I do want to make a proper introduction because here to my left, I have Elizabeth Umansor. She is a Salvadoran American muralist and fine artist based in Houston, Texas. She creates vibrant nature-inspired murals that celebrate wildlife, culture, and community, transforming public spaces into meaningful works of art. Her work has been commissioned by cities, nonprofits, schools, and organizations, and is rooted in a passion for conservation, connection, and creating places where people feel inspired.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here today. And again, you know what? I think I want to say this because I've actually been a fan of both of them before. Actually before meeting you, but right when I met you, because I just see the work that they're doing. I see the passion behind it. Again, I see all of this, and then the way that they really do bring community into the work that you do, and so it's beautiful, and I think it's definitely something to celebrate. So Liz, tell us a little bit about what led you to becoming an artist full time, because what you did before and how you.
Yeah, so I've always, loved art since I was a kid. Since elementary school, art class was my favorite class. I went on to college to study art education, and I became an art teacher. And I worked in elementary school for like maybe 2 years. And during the pandemic is when I started seeing just so many art or just entrepreneurs in general pursuing their dreams. And I'm like, wow, if they can do it, then I can do it too. So I felt like that the pandemic period is what pushed me to make that, take that risk to be a full-time artist. And now this is my 5th year as a full-time artist.
Oh my God. I mean, that's 5 years. That's
I can't believe it either.
that's not something that is done so easily. But I think a lot of it also has to do with the fact that you have a very unique style.
Oh,
You do.
thank
I
you.
mean, it's a body of work that that you can, like, just like with Betiri, like, what a Betiri piece is, what a Liz, I call her Liz, piece is. So tell us a little bit about that style, about your style.
I would call it vibrant realism. I wouldn't call it just specifically realism because I try not to, like, of course I use photographs, but I'm not trying to copy a photograph exactly the way it is. So I incorporate colors that are probably not natural to, whatever subject I'm painting. And I try to incorporate, I'm a huge nature lover. I scuba dive, I travel, I birdwatch. So that heavily influences my art style.
Yeah, no, and we're seeing it on screen. I mean, you have some pieces, and I just absolutely love those colors and how you bring nature, but also you bring people. You know, like you, and it's so beautiful to just be able to see all of it come together. Um, and I mean, also, if you follow her on Instagram, then you also see the places that she's been and how that I think inspires so much of your art.
Yeah.
I love watching your stories. But yeah, so you know, you've done murals, you've done commissions, and worked with different brands. Do you have like a favorite moment, piece, or opportunity that you've done?
Yeah, one of my, I would say, so I have a ton of favorite moments, but I would say my first major project was with the Houston Dynamo, and I got hired to paint Hector Herrera to welcome him into the team. And that was a really tight deadline. And it was, I mean, I got it done. It was a rainy week. But yeah, I got it done up until the day of the event. And I got to meet Hector Herrera. He came to see the mural. And it was definitely worth it.
Yeah, no, I mean, you've done a lot of stuff in sports.
Yeah.
You've done a couple of different pieces now. So I know that we're showing some of the pieces that you have done on there, because I think that it's really cool how, again, you're really incorporating your style, your vision, but then, you know, like soccer. On this one, soccer, and then I think the next one is the Hector Herrera. That's the one. Yeah.
That was 5 years ago.
Wow.
So I feel like you can see I feel like I found my art style now. And I feel like that looks different.
No, that is so cool. So what has been one of your lessons along the way?
Just being able to problem solve on the spot, like whether it's design issues, client problems, or on-site problems, like with the boom lift, the weather, what if the terrain is not even, the paint's not sticking. So just problem solving and learning to just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So it's funny that you talk about the lift. I had no idea that I mean, it has to be like the perfect, what do you call it? Like perfectly aligned.
Yeah.
Or si no, like it just stops working.
Yeah.
That was a lesson that I learned as well. And I do not have this talent. I was just there helping out with a mural and actually more just watching. But yeah, it was very interesting to see, you know, how that can become such a big issue, but you know, you get through it. And I've always wondered about that, like when you're painting a mural, like what you know, there's weather, there's sun. It's Houston, because you've done a lot here in Houston. How do you get through it?
Well, I feel like I attribute that to like just being Salvadoreña. It's hot over there. Like my mom's from Usulutan, so I feel like I'm used to the heat. But I just, you know, put on a big hat, and the heat doesn't bother me that much. Yeah.
Man. Well, and talking about El Salvador, you've also done some stuff outside of the country.
Yeah.
In El Salvador. So
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the projects that you have done over there?
Yeah, I've done 3 murals so far. My first one being in Quesaltepeque, which is near San Salvador, and that was just all me at my grandma's house. I painted a portrait of my uncle who passed away. The second project I did was with Friends of El Salvador. They hired me to do a mural at one of their schools that they were renovating. And that's in San Miguel. I don't know if I mentioned that. In San Miguel. The third one I just did recently, I think just like 2 months ago in San Salvador in Pachimalco for their Flores festival, something like that. Yeah, and I painted some native, it's the ocelot one. But yeah, I painted native animals, native to El Salvador.
Oh, wow. No, and those are very beautiful. I'm still hoping that that we can coincide on a trip to El Salvador.
Yeah.
So then that way, you know, I can be there for
It's
one of
gonna
the future murals. Well, today we're talking about football and art, and I mean, we already talked about some of the murals and pieces that you have done for Dynamo, you know, but you've also been part of, you know, the World Cup. So how did that opportunity come about?
Well, I saw it on Instagram, but you did also send me the link through Facebook, and I was like, I need to apply to that because I was telling Betiria, I was like, I really want to do something for FIFA, and then I saw that opportunity. I applied to it, and I didn't know the likelihood of me getting accepted just because there's so many amazing artists here in Houston. So when I got the acceptance, I was elated. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Once in a lifetime, because I don't think the World Cup is going to happen here again in a really long time. So yeah, that's how that happened.
No, I think that we have definitely been lucky to be a host city and to like feel the excitement, to have all of these different projects and different just events going on. And Betiri, so you led this project, and how was it on your end? Leading something so big for such a important organization, and just knowing the impact that it would have.
Yes. So when I was finishing this Eastern Gateway mural, I had a meeting with the World Cup committee just to go over some details on what I was painting because FIFA has a lot of different restrictions. So when they saw that I was working on that one, they said, okay, now we have to start decorating the city, which was maybe a month before the World Cup started, or a month and a half. So we kind of work on what will be the best to make a bigger impact in the city. So the decision was to make 7 murals at each cultural district in Houston, and then 2 more murals were added in 2 other districts. But the idea was to have one artist per cultural district and have a World Cup mural in each district. So the challenge was again timeline. We had to have the RFP in a couple of days. Put it out there for artists to apply. Luckily, we had a good amount, 40 artists for the time that we had. And then the selection was through the cultural districts and the World Cup committee. They selected each artist, and I'm so happy that they chose Liz for the museum district. So we partnered with the Children's Museum, and the wall was amazing. So she incorporated her style, and I love the little drawing of the kids playing football. So that was very, very neat of you doing there. And just excited that we were able to make it happen because each artist had just maybe 2 weeks to make it happen, but we had rain in between those days. So it was a lot for you guys. I remember, the lift problem and just different things that are part of sometimes these projects. So I'm just super proud of Liz and the other artists that were able to complete the project in a timeline.
Yeah, and so what inspired you for that specific piece?
Yeah, so I was assigned the museum district, and I wanted to just encapsulate what the museum district has to offer. So there's different elements in the mural that represent the Museum of Natural Science, like the fossil, the gemstones. The gemstone room in the Museum of Science is my favorite room. The butterflies, the birds that have to do with Herman Park, the beautiful parks in the museum district. The art museum is represented by the watercolor palette. The kids drawing, of course, homage to the children's museum. And then, there's like a little space portion at the top too. So just trying to encapsulate everything that makes up the museum district.
Yeah, no, and that's beautiful. We're seeing it up on screen, and I mean, it's so pretty.
Thank you.
Because you really have captured that. I think we are very lucky to have such a vibrant art and cultural spaces in Houston, and the museum district. I mean, it's one of the best. I think everybody always says like it just it rivals New York, and it might actually be better than New York. I think it is. Just like our theater district as well. And so it's really cool to be able to see your work, and I love that.
Thank you.
So as things are wrapping up on the World Cup, what are you guys looking forward to in these next couple of days that are left? I mean, we have maybe about 10 days left. The competition has been has been pretty wild. I think that's the best word to use. I'm still a little sad. But what are you guys looking forward to? Be it here in the city or be it on TV through the games? What are y'all looking forward to?
I can go first. Well, initially I was rooting for Cape Verde, and just because they're such a tiny country and it's just so meaningful for them to be their first time in the FIFA World Cup. So I was sad when they, got eliminated. But now I'm rooting for Norway, just because I don't know, I don't know, he's such a character.
Yeah.
He is. I've actually been watching his YouTube videos.
Me too.
And he's just having fun,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I love that. I think
Yeah.
he doesn't take himself seriously. He's just like, you know what? Let me go, have fun, explore, sure. I'll stay inside the box and I'll be the one that continues to
Yeah.
make those goals. I mean, yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah. No, I believe that. I mean, just talking about too many different people. I think we're all looking for fresh things now at this World Cup. We don't want the same. So I'm really looking forward to either maybe England, just because of the history that they have. But yeah, Norway as well. I think Haaland, he's a good character, and he's a good player. He's amazing. So I think having Norway will be just a new team, new championship, new champion. But we will see. France is coming very strong, so we will see what happens. But yeah, that's the excitement of the World Cup, that you don't know what's gonna happen.
You don't know what's going to happen at all. And do you guys have any plans, after World Cup, any new art projects, or are you guys kind of taking a little bit of a rest?
I have a mural coming up for there's this new climbing gym being built in the East End, so I'll be painting that mural this month. And then I have a mural coming up in the fall for this nonprofit in Idaho, and it'll be my first time in Idaho. So it's a big wall, so I'm excited.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Thank you.
Okay.
So I working on a few proposals for murals, but I'm focused more on so what used to be my studio, Casa Pink. We're converting that into a space for events and just like a unique experience event. So working on that with my wife and making it just a destination for Houston.
I love that. And so, if you guys are ever in the East End and you see a pink house with a beautiful mural off of Samson, that's Casa Pink.
Thank you, Casa Pink.
I've had a lot of people who are like, "Wait, is that his studio? Is that because it's pink?" and then I'm like, "Yeah, that."
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's definitely a beautiful, beautiful spot and a place to go visit. Well, will you guys stay with me just for a couple more minutes as we wrap up? Because right now we're about to go into our Enya photo of the week. So the first week that we were here, I interviewed Katie and Katie Omaña, and she has been going to all of the World Cup games that are here in Houston as well as Dallas. And so she sent us her photo of the week. And if we can show it, it's actually one of my favorite players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is Mo Salah, he's the Egypt national team captain. And this picture was from the round of 32 versus Australia at the Dallas Stadium. So it was funny because Katie sent it to me through text message, and I was just so happy because he was looking straight at her. Yeah. I swear, she has the best seat in the house, just being able to be on the sidelines and take such amazing photos. But yeah, this is our Enya photo of the week. Very cool. And before we wrap up, I just want to invite everybody to the Dynamo this weekend. So as you know, there's international soccer happening through World Cup, but there's also international soccer that happens here in our backyard. And so Shell Energy Stadium is hosting the Dynamo versus Olympia this Saturday. And if you guys want tickets, you can go to the website, to the link that's there on the page. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really exciting next couple of days when we see our local team, play against one of the best Honduran, very, very storied team in Honduras. And then on the 15th, they're also going to be playing against América de Cali. So a lot of international soccer, not only on TV, but also here in Houston. So yeah, but thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate y'all coming, accepting the invitation. I hope you guys had fun, because I did. And everybody, please remember to tune in. We have the football takeover happening every Wednesday at 10 a.m. And so you can watch it on social media. And yeah, make sure to tune in and leave us a comment. So thank you so much. And make sure to follow them as well. So see y'all next time.